Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, Diamond V. I'm going to be playing Grand Peace Online today. Today I'm going to be using Oppie to kill Big Mom in this video. I'm just going to be testing out Oppie because right now I feel like Oppie's a little bit weaker in the game just compared to the other mythicals, and I wanted to test it out. I want to test out how good it is in PvE. Big Mom is a pretty strong boss, so I understand this might be a little more difficult than normal, but yeah, I'm going to be testing out Oppie. I'm using a bit of a hybrid build. Here, I'll pull up the stats on my build. Alright, those are the stats for the build. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, comment, and share. I'm going to be making obviously more GPO vids because, you know, I'm getting back into the game. I feel like after the sneaks they just showed, like I'll put an image of that too. The game will probably update potentially in a few months. I don't know. Hopefully they don't drag it to another Christmas like they did for part 1. But all right, I'm gonna speed up the video. I'm gonna get to the Big Mom fight. All right. Alright, so this is the first boss I actually fought with Oppie, the Juice Empress. For this fight, it was only a little annoying because she has a bigger model, and I was like, I just realized, like, the new NPC designs, I don't know if I'm the only one who's seen it, but like they block a lot more and fight a little weirder. So it's kind of annoying to fight these NPCs, along with me not using Oppie that much, so I wasn't that good at fighting her, but it didn't perform the worst. Since it was only one boss with not that many attacks, it was pretty simple to fight. It did take a while though, because the DPS Oppie was doing wasn't that great. This fruit could be a lot better. I just think I think this fruit needs to be a little bit better independently. Like almost every other mythical fruit can be used pretty independently fine, but Oppie's a little bit like about it. So, all right, I'll speed up this clip here. Alright, I just now finished. I'm about to finish killing the Juice Empress, or I just now finished it. And moving on to Big Mom. This is going to be a challenge because Big Mom is quite possibly the most annoying humanoid boss in Grand Peace Online. Does a ton of damage. As you see, Prometheus, she just fired the ray. Has tons of hyper armor and lots of guard breaks. Like, mainly from that sword. It's that sword that does a lot of the hyper armor guard breaks. I tried multiple ways to fight her in this video. Like I tried doing combos. Like I did a little bit of combo game on here, but like I said, she's just really like the way she fights is really weird. A lot of spamming. So getting close to her was kind of annoying. So that's why I think Oppie also kind of suffers from in this fight. It kind of requires you to get close to use all your best attacks. There's no real range on it aside from Thorn and Tact, and one of them takes too long to charge, and Thorn is just yeah, Thorn is just a little like no, actually no, Thorn's a good skill. It's just it needs to charge it too if you want to make it do decent damage. But I don't have a lot of points, so Oppie individually just isn't that great. I'm going to speed up this fight here, but yeah, Big Mom was not fun to fight. Alright, one thing I would like to show in the middle of this fight right here is how, if you've seen how I just used Shambles on that rock, that's one tip I would use for Oppie in this fight due to like Big Mom's attacks can be like really hard to avoid. So utilize the rocks in your domain as mobility, I'd say, over as offense. Like you don't the attack is hard to launch in some situations, so I just use it as mobility for Shambles. It allows me to avoid attacks, get distance so I can pop potions. And one more tip I would say, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this, but if you're like struggling with Big Mom and you need to constantly heal, you can walk out of her room and heal up and then come back. Just don't take too long, or else obviously she'll heal. But yeah, if you have Oppie and you need to avoid attacks, I'd say make a domain, start off with a lot of rocks, and just keep using Shambles to get around the room. So yeah, just helpful tip for Oppie users. Alright, here I finally took out Big Mom. It took forever. The first half didn't take that long, but once you pop Rage Mode, I died once and had to come back. It just took a while. The DPS was not that high, so yeah, it just took a while to kill her. But all around, I did finally finish her. No drops, but yeah, I'm just gonna give my final opinion on Oppie and where I think it stands. Alright, I do like Oppie as a fruit. Like it looks and like it is pretty fun to use. It's like all the designs and the visuals for it. I do like Oppie. It is one of my favorite fruits. I used to want it a lot when it came out. But for straight PvE on on a grade based tier list, I would give it a B plus or A minus. in at highest. But for Big Mom in that particular situation or bosses like that, if the boss is getting hit by like I'm gonna say 5 people, so the HP is a lot higher, Oppie might rise up a little bit. But let's say you're doing a 1v1 like I was doing, it gets a 6 out of 10. It's not that great. Its skills just don't have that neutral gameplay that other fruits have, in my opinion. Like its skills are smaller, like a little slower. The damage numbers can be a little lower, and like it's some of them are just kind of situational. Like with Mess, for example, when you do it, you don't get enough distance to really make that heart work a lot of the time without them hitting you constantly. Or Gamma Knife is cool, but that's a grab. It is nice. I don't have that many complaints to say about Gamma Knife though. Tact is one of your better skills, but that has a long cooldown and it takes forever to launch. And a lot of times when you're inside interior fight like boss arenas, you will hit the area around you more than you'll actually hit the boss, so you end up wasting most of the rocks. Thorn is alright. It's a solid guard break. But also, Surgeon Mode is another thing I have a problem with. You can't. It's not like super quick at switching. Like it has a little animation, and you can't do it during M1 combos to change your skills. So you have to like. There's like break periods where you have to switch between your kit, and it can get a little annoying in my opinion. Oppie is not bad, but I just think it could use some buffs. Where like worst, I mean not like a bigger case would be a rework, a design like a redesign of its entire kit. Like as a fruit, I think it can perform pretty nice in PVE. In PvP, I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. I don't PvP with it, but like I don't really PvP that much in general. But in PvP, it might be a lot better. But in PvE, yeah, nah, it's not that great. Its best thing in PvE is its percentage-based damage and being able to shambles around the battlefield. In my opinion, I just don't like it because I feel like a mythical should be able to do most things in this game as it's a mythical. It just doesn't feel like it has that all-around category. But that's my final opinion on it. Yeah, if you comment if you disagree or agree. But that's my opinion on it. Like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.